Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. This image is very different from the others. One of these things, not like the others. You want to describe it? I think you're pretty good at it. So go ahead. It's
So
paint a picture with words, my friend.
So this is this was taken at Ocean Park. I remember because it was my birthday, and I like to go to Ocean Park for my birthday because I like seeing animals.
Yeah.
So my fiance took me to Ocean Park, and this is a sort of shadow silhouette of her taking a photo in front of the jellyfish tank, and you can see, the light from the top. The tank is a darker blue, and these, luminescent jellyfish just swimming across the screen. So
it's an excellent image.
Yeah, I really like this image.
I dare say it could be a stock photo image. I'm just joking.
It's going on Shutterstock today. Yeah.
No, it's really good. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So yeah, like you're clearly, it's somebody standing in front of an aquarium making a photograph of these jellyfish going across from bottom left to top right, I guess in terms of the direction.
Yeah.
You have this kind of unreal, ethereal, topaz, turquoise, whatever, light source above, which is in almost a perfect circle. And the color balance in the light, because photography is ultimately capturing light, is really nice because, in a sense, the highlights of the light on your fiance's arm, her hair, also really reveals, the shape of just the form and function. You think of black and white photographs, they tend to be more reduced to kind of shapes. And in this image, hopefully people can go on the website or on the YouTube channel or whatever to see it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful image.
Thank you very much.
So are you in the process of capturing animal cruelty? Is she knocking on the glass and shocking the
She knows much better than that. I think this is...
I'm just being a total ass. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, she'll find you. She'll find you.
She'll hunt me down and hit me.
No, this is just
just beautiful.
I mean, we look through the world. We look at the world through our phones these days.
Okay.
And so this was just me taking a photo of her looking at jellyfish via her phone rather than at the jellyfish itself.
I love it.
But yeah, I like it. I like Ocean Park. I like seeing animals, and we try to go every year for my birthday. So
you see, you are bent. You're totally bent. You're not a normal kind of person. You're not run of the mill.
I'm very strange.
Do you think it's a New Zealand thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. We're all strange there.
No, but so having been there, okay, so clearly we get impacted by our environment.
Yeah.
So, somebody who grew up as I did in the winter of Montreal and the intensity of it. Winter in Canada is something that can kill you. It's something you survive. It's full on, right? New Zealand, wide open space, the incredible landscape, its aliveness is just so, really, it's almost overwhelming, because it's so big. You think about of all the things you could have chosen while you're locked in because of COVID, where do you put your attention? You put your attention to helping animals, companion animals. What have you achieved in the past few months that you can sort of share with other people to kind of join your movement?
Yeah. So one of the things that we want to do is just keep highlighting different areas of animal welfare, which we find in the news. So we try and report on cases of animal law, animal welfare, wildlife crime that's happening around the world. So we can see what's going on in the world and just judge that against how Hong Kong is. So that's something that's been crucial and important to me in terms of this organization, getting people reading about animal news and then thinking and challenging themselves, okay, how does that fit in terms of the Hong Kong scale? Is that sentence in Australia going to be reflective of what they would get here? Do we get, that many pangolin scales coming through Hong Kong, or is this case completely different? So that's one of the things. And the second thing is, well, and a more personal mission of mine is to take more animal cases to court.
Wow. Wow.
And that's something that I would like to do, but it's difficult. It's very difficult because, I mean, people just don't want to, because going to court is expensive.
Okay.
And it's troublesome, it's laborsome. But I hope people out there reading these news articles, learning about how, animals feel and are, they'll go, oh, actually, no, I want to do something on behalf of my cat, my dog, this organization. So I'd like more cases to go through court, and through that court process, I'd like the courts to start punishing people more rigorously and more reflective of what their crimes are.
Okay.
I know Andrea's been on your show, and she does great work for the Hong Kong Shark Foundation, and Hong Kong's the wildlife hub. Illegal wildlife trafficking through Hong Kong is just mad.
Yeah.
And the sentences which these criminals are getting really pale in insignificance compared to what the value of these wildlife products are.
Right.
So you've got, tons of pangolin scales coming through Hong Kong. They're getting caught, and the guy's getting a slap on the wrist sentence. Sure, he goes to jail, but is he going to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could have one thing change within the next 6 months of all the things that could get all of a sudden moved forward or whatever, is there one strategically important thing that stands out, or is it all kind of like we have to move everything forward a little bit?
I think it starts with how the law treats animals. I think when the law recognizes that animals aren't things,
Right.
they're living and breathing, then you can understand and you can sort of rationalize why you would impose a serious sentence.
So somebody who hasn't studied law and isn't a barrister and all that stuff, how does the law do that? How do you get the law to all of a sudden go, oh, okay, these bits of property are not property anymore, they're beings. So how does that happen?
Taking more cases to court.
Oh, really? It's purely...
Challenging what the status quo is at the moment. So there's a wonderful barrister and professor at Hong Kong U, Amanda Whitford.
Okay.
She's one of our project managers for HK-ALPO.
Mm-hmm.
She's, I would say, the inspiration behind the work that I want to do. She's incredible. And one of the things that she's started is wildlife victim impact statements.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, in criminal law, you have victim impact statements. So you've got an aggrieved mother who's reading to the court how the crime by this person has affected her.
Okay.
And the court takes that into account. Yeah, it's extremely powerful because it's so raw.
Yeah.
So what Amanda's done, which is just incredible, and I think she's done it with Kaduri Farm. So she's created these wildlife victim impact statements in terms of illegal wildlife trade. So when a court has a case before it in relation to certain wildlife, then when he's sentencing, he's going to read this wildlife victim impact statement, which will demonstrate, what the species is. Is it CITES 1, Appendix 1, 2, 3? How many are left? What does the removal of that species do to the ecology, environment from where it came from? Does it have any, other things that we should be aware of when we're considering sentencing? Because until then, it's just, you've got 20 tons of pangolin scales. Okay.
Yeah.
It's 20 tons, but
there's no frame of reference to understand the severity.
How many animals is that? How do you get the scales? CITES 1, things like that. So that's something that's really powerful, and I think will help.
Yeah. Okay, look, man, we've been here for almost an hour, and it's been really great. You're delightfully bent. I love it. I love it.
That'll be my tagline there.
No, it's like you don't have to ever use it or hear it again. I love this kind of work. I love that you're doing this and that you're motivated. So in the next 6 months or whatever, in terms of how would you like people to come to you and support you? Is it just to visit the website? Is it like how to get involved?
Yeah. One of the easiest ways is just to sign up as a member on our website.
Okay.
Follow us on social media.
Fantastic.
You'll stay up to date with the things that we do. On our website, we've got an events page. We've got blogs and news people can read about. But also just read the news and just think about these animal welfare issues, and hopefully we can get this this organization to a place of some sort of authority where we can start really making changes.
Sure.
Because that's the end goal. We want positive changes for animals and animal welfare.
So one of the things that my client and I talk a lot about is like, how do you make, for example, like in this office, right? How do you make character and care and values important? So what he did at DHL was he created this global network where character was important. And so I was like, well, how did you do it? And he goes, simple. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
So if you don't talk about it, it's not going to be in mind.
Exactly.
So, with Shark Rescue, my thing was to raise awareness. So are there resources on your site for people to learn and talk about beyond just the clips and the articles? Or?
Yeah. So one of the things we'd like to start this year is just to get some of our members into Zoom lobbies and just talk about some of the issues that are going on. If they have questions about animal welfare, things that are happening in Hong Kong, just sort of getting them together in the same space where you can just sort of bounce ideas off, bounce questions off, and hopefully from there you can disseminate that information. It's all about education and awareness.
Kim McCoy, you're the man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
This has been great.
This is cool.
I love it, man. Thank you. Here,
cool.
Let's bump elbows. And that is a wrap. So is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.